So guys, this is our DWIN touch screen. I touch home. It goes back to the original first screen. See, now this is our first screen. Now I click on next. It goes to the second screen. Now I click on next. It goes to the last screen. And on the last screen, I have programmed it in such a way that once I press home, it goes back to the first screen. Hello guys, welcome to learning microcontrollers. In this video, I will show you how we can use the DGUS tool to design and transfer first firmware to our DWIN touch screen. Remember in the previous video in the same series, I showed you how you can download and install the DGUS tool. Now I will show you how to use it to make a first firmware. We will make a very simple interface that will be just to switch the screens, like we will press next, it will go to the next screen, back, it will come back to the back screen. So we will be using the touch. So before we do anything else, first let me introduce you to the hardware that is required here. So there is our DWIN touch screen that I have over here. You can see it's a DWIN touch screen, and at the back you have the model. Then you will need a micro SD card. Remember, the micro SD card should not be more than 16 GB. It should be below 16 GB. I have a 4 GB one. You can see this one, it's 4 GB. So, and an SD card reader. And now to power up the screen, I will be using this USB to TTL device. So simple as that. This will be the hardware that I will be using here. Now guys, let me show you the wiring. Now this is connected to the power and ground. You have a connector over here that you will be using once you are interfacing with your microcontroller. As you can see, this over here is the connector. So let me show you the pin configuration over here. So there you can see that this is the connector. The top pin is a 5 volt, then you have another 5 volt, then you have 3 5 volt at the top. Total these are 11 pins. Then you have RX4, RX2, TX2, TX4. Now there are two modes. One is the default mode, and one is the OS after having an OS configuration. So then you have ground, ground, ground. So they are total 11 pins. Bottom 3 are ground, top 3 are 5 volt. They are shorted. You may use any of these. For the ground, you may use any of these. They are shorted from inside. Now here, if you have configured it in the OS mode, only then you can use RX4 and TX4. So in my case, for the normal programming, you do not need the RX4 and TX4 pins. Only the UART pins that you need are the TX2 and the RX2 pins. So these are the only required pins. So out of these, you only use one. And out of these you only use a single ground. So total only 4 pins, like a normal UART port. It's a UART interface if you are connecting it with the microcontroller. But for this video, we will not be doing the programming through a microcontroller. We will be just transferring a firmware to show you how to transfer a firmware. So let's continue. So guys, now this is our screen. Now at the back of the screen, there is the model. This over here is the model. Now this is important. You write it down on your browser like this. You just write it down here. This is the model, and press enter, because we need the datasheet. The first one that appears, click on this link, and there you have some details. Now click on the datasheet. Now datasheet has downloaded. Open it and select the version that you have. We have this one, the WTR one. So let me zoom in so you can see better. So it have 3 versions. We have this one, the commercial one. This one, double click on it. So there is the datasheet. Now in the datasheet, the important things are, number one is the resolution. So this is the resolution 240 into 320. It's a 2.4 inch LCD. Then 262K colors. This is also important. T5L0, the core. Some have 1, some have 2. So this will be required on the DGUS software. Then you go down, you have other specifications. This is the backside SD card interface. We will need the SD card. It will be connected here. That is how we are going to program it. The rest is just part of the circuit. So there you have some configurations and some diagrams. Now see, it have 2 modes, UART2 normal mode and UART4 only available with the OS configuration. So by default, only TX2 and RX2 will be your pins, because we are in the UART2 mode by default. This one only available after you just have to solder a point. So this is what the datasheet is like. Now guys, let's turn on our DGUS software. So this is the DGUS software. It's starting up. So this is the DGUS software. First of all, to make a new project, you click on File and click on New. new window pops up, and here it will ask for the resolution. The screen I have, as per the datasheet, the resolution is 240 into 320. So here you can select it. From here it will be 240 into 320, this one. Then select the path where you want the files to be created. I select a path in drive C somewhere called DWIN. I make a new folder 7 like this, and I click on OK. Okay, there my files will be created. I click OK. Now the new window is ready. Now guys, to set up background, we will need some images. We can make images through PowerPoint. Just open the PowerPoint and make images. So on the PowerPoint, okay, this is a blank screen. So first of all, what was the resolution of our screen? You go to your design tab, and then you go to the size, custom slide size. And here, what was your resolution? You set it here just in centimeter, inches, whatever you prefer. It will give you an idea. I set it to 240 by 320. So this will give me an idea of what I am making, like this. Okay, it is something like this. Okay, 24 by 32. This is what it will look like. So that's why I set it like 240 by 320, 24 by 32. So we can have an idea of what type of image it will be on the screen. So it will be like this. So what I do is that I just make a small screen here. So whatever you make here will be transferred on the screen. Now just make something, just change the background. So we have something to, okay, picture, texture, pattern fill. Okay, just use a pattern fill. Okay, this is nice. So I make it green. Then I also add the color background, make it, no, it's not good. I make it like light gray. Okay, this seems fine. Okay, just make something here. I'm just making something randomly. Okay, this is fine. Okay, so we make like 2 slides. Where is the magnifier? Okay, we make like 2 slides, another one as well. Okay, this is fine, looks fine to me. We are just having a demonstration here. I add another slide and another slide as well, like this, and I apply this to all, so all 3 have the same. Now on the first slide, I just bring in the logo of my channel. I go to desktop. Here I have my logo somewhere. This is a logo. So here you go. I place it here. Just remove the background. Remove background. Okay, like this. Okay, there is a logo, and on the top I write welcome to learning microcontrollers. That will be the first slide. Welcome to learning microcontrollers. So that is the first slide. I make it bold, I make it big, and also let's add some effect to the text. So we add some effect. I think something, okay, this will look fine. Also let's change the text fill to some dark color. This will do fine. Text outline to, okay, increase the weight of the outline. Okay, this will do fine. Color of the outline. Okay, this looks fine. Effect, we add a reflection. Okay, like this. Okay, now let's make it center align. You can just add any image you want. I am just adding this to give you an example of how this works. Okay, make it big as much possible. So this is our first slide. Then after the first slide, we will add a small arrow here, this arrow, like this, and I call it button called next. I write next on it. This we will like program on the DGUS software to be our button to move to the next slide. So add some format to it. We make it like this. Okay, this will do fine, or something like this. Okay, this is fine. Text we make go black. Okay, this looks fine. So this will be here. We add it on every slide like this. So next, and this will be the, I call it home. This will send it back to the home, and we place it on the top instead of at the bottom. Next, and here we make it to the this side. Next, Okay, next, you just click on the next, it will go to the next window. That is how we are going to program it. We move this up. Okay, in the second slide, we write DWIN tutorial #2. This is the second tutorial, and we write what this tutorial is about. Okay, just copy the prompt we wrote there. Just we need to make something to show how it works. We just copy this here and paste it here. Okay, it will be too big. Okay, transfer designing your first interface on the DGUS tool. So that's what I just wrote. I just break it so it comes on the one slide. So that will be the second slide, and on the last slide we just add some random wallpapers. I just go here, I add beautiful scenery like this, some beautiful scenery. Okay, this looks very beautiful. Just save image, open folder where you have saved it. Okay, bring it on your slide. See, I just make it like this. So this will be the image we have here, a beautiful scenery. We can add another image as well. So just add another. We also add this one as well. Looks beautiful. Okay, it's a TMP file. It will not work. Okay, anything. Okay, this will do fine. This looks nice. Okay, this is even better. All of these are beautiful. Okay, let's get this one. Okay, here we go, another image. Okay, we have like two images here. They look nice to me. And then we have intro. Then we, okay, just copy this as well over here as well. It will look nice, the logo. We just bring it in the corner like this. So these are the three slides. Now what you have to do is that once you are done making your backgrounds, click on File, Save As, browse wherever you want to save. I will save it in the same folder where I have created my DGUS stuff. I just open that folder. Okay, there is a number 7 here. I make another folder from PowerPoint, just to remember that where these files came from. There inside it, now save the files as JPEG. Don't save them as presentation. There you have this JPEG. Click on Save and then all slides. Okay, now go to that folder where you made these files. Go there. It's here somewhere. Okay, here we go. And here I have this 7 from PowerPoint. There you have the file. Now rename the first slide at 00. You have to do this, else it will not work. Rename it to 00, the first one, the second one as a 01, the third one as a 02, and so on. You have to remember the sequence 00, 01, 02. The first will always be the 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on, as many you want, until the space of your DWIN screen is not completed. So here we go. We have 3 files. Now you open the Paint. Write down Paint in the search bar. Open the Paint. Now this is the Paint. Now in the Paint, you first bring in the first slide. Just drag it in. Now there you have the slide. Now you go to this option called resize. You resize it. Now remember, whatever the maximum, as per the data sheet, the resolution of my screen is 240 by 320. Now I'm writing this from the data sheet. Let me show you. So in the data sheet on the first page, it's mentioned that it's 240 by 320. So that's why we are going to resize it to that resolution. So I'm writing here on the Paint 240 by 320 and click on OK. Now this will be the resolution. Now if you want any other editing to be done, you can do it on the Paint, whatever you want. And once you have done, now save it as other formats. and in the other format you have this bitmap 24-bit. Now this is the format DWIN supports, and it is available on the Paint, not on the PowerPoint. If your PowerPoint can directly generate it to this format, then you may do it. Okay, now wherever you want to save it, I will save it in the same folder in 7, and I make a new folder called from Paint like this, and I save it, and with the same name 00 save. Okay, it's saved. Now bring in the second image on the Paint. This one is the second image. Now go to Paint, again resize it, click on resize pixel, and remove the maintain aspect ratio, and it's again 240 by 320 like this. Click OK. Again save file as, you have to do it for all of them. Save as 01, and that will be the 24-bit BMP image like this. Save. Now bring the other file, and so on. You will bring all the files one by one. And if you want any other editing to be done here, you may do it. Again click on resize, and pixel, maintain aspect ratio 240 by 320. Resolution is important, else it will not work on your screen. It will look odd or something. Okay, it's reside. Click on file, save as, other format, again the bitmap 24-bit, this one. Click save. Okay, they are saved. Now all three images are here. Now go to your DGUS tool. In the DGUS tool, touch and display config. On the left you have add button. Click on add. Now go to the folder where you have created these files. There, from Paint, there, copy all of these, click open. Zoom out a bit so you guys can see. Now see, all three files will be here. See, all of three files are here now. This is 0, this is 1, this is 2. If something was wrong, but then these files will come blank, like it will look dark blue or dark black. There will be nothing on the screen. See, but we can see them. It means everything is fine. Now let's add the touch here. Now go to the above bar. There is the bar called touch control. On the touch control, you have, go to the first image. Here you have various options. This is basic touch module. Click on it and select the path you want to make a touch type. So I make this next part as a touch type. So once I click on next, what should happen? On the right side you have the options, and there you have the button effect. I want no button effect. Page switching, yes, set to page switching. It will go to the, once I press the next button, then it will go to the next slide, that is 01. I click OK. Now on the 01 we have another button. Again go to the touch control, basic touch module, and again now cover this called next like this. So once I press this next, what should happen? Button, no button effect. And the page switching, yes, we want to switch the page to the page 3, that is the next slide 02. Okay. Now on the next slide we have home button. So now again go to the touch control. In the touch control you have this basic touch module. Select it and cover this home button. And what the home button should do? No button effect. Switching, yes, we set it to back to 1. So once this is home is pressed, it will go back to the initial slide. I click on OK. Now to test this, is this working or not, you can go to the display. In the display you have this, click on display like this. Here you have this preview. Click on preview. OK. And now you just touch wherever you want. I click the home button, goes back there. Next button goes here. So see, our touch is working. So that is how it should work on the hardware as well. So this is it. We have developed the screen. Double click here to close. Now what you have to do is that the important thing, you have to go there in the setting tab. Click on the setting tab. There you have this DGUS. Click on it. Now go to the ICL tool. Click here, the ICL tool. Now you have to select the images. Now see, in the datasheet there were option of T5L. This is 0. Now see in the datasheet, there it has given that it's a T5L0 core. If your core was different, then you have to select that core over here. Some DWIN skins do have T5L1 and 2. So this is 0. Now you click on select pictures. Select pictures, and there you have the pictures. Now remember, bring in the one which have been converted by the Paint, from Paint. These are the three from the Paint. Click open. Now they are open. Now generate the ICL file, and where you have to generate it, you have to generate it in the DWIN set folder. Go to the DWIN set, this one, and here you generate the ICL file, and the name of the ICL file is always 32. This is mentioned in the datasheet. I am just doing this so you don't have to go to the datasheet. 32 and click on save. Now its compression is completed and it's done. Now close the ICL tool. Go back to your DGUS software. This one. And now you go back to the file tab. Here you click on save and then you click on generate. Save is done. Click on generate now. File. Click on generate. Now generate is done. So for double check, just save and generate again. Now you go to the folder where you have created these files. Go to the folder. So this is 7. Now in the folder you go to the DWIN set folder. There should be the 32. This is the ICL file and there will be the image. These files must be there for this project. Now we just go to the hardware. On the hardware, just insert your SD card into your SD card reader module. So I do that. Okay, this is the SD card reader. It is got in. So just insert it into your computer. This is the computer. Here you go. SD card is inserted into the computer. Now in the SD card, you have to first format it, and there is a specific format. You just right click on the SD card like this. Go to the properties and click on, not the properties, sorry, right click and click on format. And in the format, you have to set the setting. It must be FAT32. This you have to set to the FAT32 and 4096 bytes and click start. So this is the specific format you need to transfer a file. Okay, once it's done, wait, it's done. Okay, now go to the folder where you just created the DGUS file. Go to that folder. Here DWIN LM. Here you have this file in the 7th folder. Copy all of these files and go to your SD card. This is the SD card, and paste all of these files here like this. Paste it. Wait. So all of these files have been pasted. You originally need this file only, DWIN set, but I usually paste all of them. If you only paste the DWIN set, it will also work. Remember that this should not be in any folder. This should be just on the screen. So like this, that you have to do. Now you can just remove the SD card from the SD card module like this, and you have to plug it into your DWIN screen. So this is a DWIN screen. I place inside it. So there you go, it's inserted. Now you have to power up the DGUS screen. Now as I told you in the presentation, to power up you have to give 5 volt to 2 pins. This is the positive and this is the negative. You may use any of these 3 and any of these 3 for the ground. I'm using this USB to TTL device to power up this module. The purpose of this device only to give is 5 volt. I'm just using it to give the 5 volt because this USB TTL device can give 5 volt. You can see that one is ground, orange is ground, and red is 5 volt. That is why I'm using this device, no other purpose. Now just insert this device into your computer, so to get the 5 volt. If you can give 5 volt from other source, firmware. See, that is what happens. Okay, I just load down the brightness. You can see what is on the screen. See, it says SD card process end. So it has successfully done its job. Now what I do is that I will, okay, now what you do, you just turn off the power. Power is off. Now you remove the SD card. SD card removed. And once the SD card is removed, now you power it up again. Again power it up, but remember the SD card must be removed first. The new firmware is installed. I just make you see it. I think you can see it. Okay, this is our new firmware. You can see that it is working as per our expectations. So welcome to learning microcontroller. Now let's touch the next button. See, it goes to the next screen. Now DWIN tutorial, designing your first interface. Now I click on next again. It goes to the final screen. Now see the colors of the screen. It can easily show the images. Because of my camera, you may not be able to see it perfectly, but it is looking perfectly nice. It's like an HD screen. And now it is home. Now it goes back to the first screen. Click on next. It goes to the next screen, and then I click on home. It goes back to the original screen. So in the next videos, guys, we will be playing with this further. We will be making more complex designs. We will be using a microcontroller as well. So you should stay tuned to have more on this series. So guys, I hope you guys learned something from this video. We'll see you in the next video of the same series. So goodbye until then.